On behalf of Computer Society, we would like to welcome you all to our online webinar, Online Education and Assessment Strategies, Challenges and Prospects. Now, I would like to introduce our speaker. Dr. Mahmoud Akhtaruzzaman is currently working as a professor and head of ICT and Education departments of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Digital University, Bangladesh, located at Kaliapur, Gazipur. Dr. Akhtaruzzaman initiated online education in the Islamic University of Technology while he was working as a faculty member during 2007 to 2018. He completed his PhD in online and digital education from Monash University, Australia. Dr. Akhtaruzzaman has more than 12 years experience in online and digital education, and his research articles have been published in the top journals and conferences proceedings held in USA, Canada, Australia, UK, EU, and Bangladesh. He is also member of IEB, Australian Association of Research in Education, Australian Society for Computers in Learning in Tertiary Education, members of Canadian Initiative for Distance Education Research, etc. So now I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Mahmoud Akhtaruzzaman, to open his keynote speech.
Thank you, IEEE Computer Society Bangladesh, for organizing this webinar. In the beginning of my presentation today, I would like to pay my deep regards and tributes and love to the frontline fighters, including the nurses, doctors, engineers, volunteers, politicians, who are working hard day and night, and some of them sacrificed their life already. I salute you all. You are the real heroes of the nation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Higher education in Bangladesh, $1 billion formula. If we can implement that one, it will be number 3 sector for revenue income generation without affecting our current students, like our future students in Bangladeshi students. They are paying on $50 or something like that, no problem. It will be like that without affecting them. It will be the 3rd sector for revenue income generation alongside remittance and garments. Then the second point is the student number will increase 2 to 10 times within the current setup. As I said, in Queensland University of Technology, they have students not from Australia. They have students from China, India, Bangladesh. They have students. So they are increasing 50 students in the class, but outside they have their infrastructure. They have 550 students, and Georgia Tech, you can check, they have more than 5,000 students. I saw another good idea in University of New South Wales, in one of the top universities in the world. They are offering data analytics and data science, Master of Data Science and Data Analytics. They are providing that, and they are enrolling students 6 times a year. Every 2 months, new enrollment. So they have, I think they have around 5,000 students per year in a single master's program. That I am telling you, if we have that infrastructure, we have that, we need some extra things, and then we can generate revenue for the country. We can generate, and we can do our own funding for research, and own funding for publication, own funding for international, for attending conferences for students. Now, this point is also very important, competency-based curriculum. When we talk about our curriculum, we should focus on TVET. At least one competence we should have. Now, no educated unemployment. As I said, if you have that TVET component and if you want to do real things, then educate. No unemployment. That after graduation, there will be TS and learning assistant, teaching assistant. Thousands of jobs will be created in the universities. We have more on 150 universities private and on 40 or 6 or 50 universities, public universities, thousands of jobs will be created. And we can produce per program, for example, in a bachelor program, we can, without doubt, we can create, at least we can do double, but I can say, I should say that if you have 50 students in the class, if you have that type of facilities, you can make 500 outside the class. No doubt about that. And it is in practice in many parts of the world, and their students are not from that developed country. They are students from Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, many countries. And I studied that. I studied as a student. So I'm telling you with confidence. Thousands of job opportunities in the universities will be there, like TAs, and it will be a good experience for teachers, teaching assistants, and learning advisors, so that when they will, after that, based on their performance, we can evaluate them in that period 1 year. They can do a graduate certificate in tertiary teaching as well from that institute, of online institute of that university. So in the meantime, they can prepare 1 year, and that is the practice in the Western world. They are practicing, and then they are recruited as a lecturer, and then they can teach better than others. And that should be there. Thousands of job options just because, okay, unemployed is a problem, but educated unemployment is a big problem. People are committing suicide because of that educated unemployment. So they cannot, we cannot think of it. So there will be thousands of jobs in Bangladesh. We don't need to pay on $100,000 because of the fact the Western university, we can do better than them, because if in Australia they have to employ a person, they have to pay $50,000 minimum, and probably a lecturer on $100,000 per year. That is a very big amount. But in Bangladesh, we can use the just graduated. Okay, you will get $20,000 or $30,000. That's a very good income for a fresh graduate. So we can do thousands of jobs in the Bangladesh universities. From where this money will come? From this student population. From the student population, we can generate revenue. We have, and I am telling you with confidence that we can not only focus in Bangladesh, but in this surrounding countries like Sri Lanka, India, and Pakistan, and many others. You may say that why they will come to Bangladesh. They don't have to come to Bangladesh. They will come for some practice. But why they will come? Why they are in Australia and America, they are wearing our t-shirts, our clothes. Why? Because of quality. Because of quality and low cost. The same thing here. We will produce good quality. We will produce good quality education, but with less cost. In Harvard, it is 50,000. In Australia, it is 30,000. Our university, I am telling you again, our undergraduate teaching qualities is better than many universities in Australia. But the problem is the graduate education and graduate research, because we are not focused on that. Graduate means masters and PhDs, and not good quality publications are coming all the every professor is not like Professor Abdul Razak or Professor Munaz Ahmed Noor or Professor Kaikobad or like that. They are pioneer. They are pioneer in their field. So they are generating the funds and other things by their own initiative. It is nothing that the university is doing. It is their own initiative they are doing. So we have to focus on that one. That university as a whole, we have to do a framework that will provide these job opportunities. Now, let me go to the loan program. This is very important. Many students are not getting money for paying a fees, even on a $200, $500. But higher education loan program, something can be free totally, something can be government will contribute, and something that will be totally full payment. It is available in many countries based on the taxpayer income. If you implement this higher education loan program in Bangladesh, people will pay tax spontaneously. They will come, তারা নিজেরাই এসে ট্যাক্স দিবে। আপনাকে ট্যাক্সের জন্য টেয়ার করা লাগবে না, ট্যাক্স তারা নিজেরাই দেবে, কারণ তাদের ফিউচার, their family future, they have to study in the higher education institution. So government will provide this type of loan based on the taxpayer income, and government will provide subsidies to those programs that has demand in Bangladesh and abroad. Particularly in Bangladesh, we need learning designer, but we are producing Bangla or English graduate. I'm with respect, I'm telling with respect that they are also very respectable, but I am saying that based on the demand in the market, we need IoT graduates, but we are producing history graduate. That is not a good sign. International student will increase, as I said, surrounding countries, even Australia and America, they will come here. The same way they are using our clothes, it is the same concept, similar concept. They will use our education system. As I said, our education undergrad is better than many universities in the world. So quality of education will work because the UGC and other bodies, when money will be generating, a lot of people will be engaged, teaching learning will be better, students will be feeling better. Then I am not talking about whole online education. I am talking about, okay, you will teach face-to-face, but that will be converted online through learning analyst, learning advisor, and all these things. So then quality of education will improve because we will use many types of software. For analytics, no problem. 1,000, 34,000, 5,000 students, no problem. Even 60,000, 70,000, it is not an issue. Those who have knowledge of data analytics, they know it very well. Graduate research. So graduate research funding, publication will improve. If then we can fund some people. Okay, undergraduate will complete. Okay, you will work as a TA and you will work with me. There he can earn some money and he can do some quality publication. He can improve himself and then he can go for higher studies. He can go also can be recruited as a lecturer. That is the thing that will change the total scenario. Research funding will improve. Research funding, you don't have to say, okay, government, please give the research funding, research funding, research funding. We can generate research funding. And so as I'm sure that if we can do that, research university ranking will improve. Significantly, it will improve. Now, the another point is competitive environment for teachers and universities. Because in Bangladesh, we do not do good ranking. If we have competitive, okay, based on publication, yes, we do some ranking, yes, it is true. But if we do competitive environment, okay, research funding will UGC will provide, and each of the universities will apply for that. That is the practice in Australia and in America. They will apply and they will get fund. And based on this criteria, how many publications you have, ISI Index journal you have, okay, 2. And how many research funding you have so far. So this, then you can be professor. The problem in Bangladesh, okay, I joined as a lecturer, okay. One day I will become a professor, but it is not. If it is like that, then competitive environment will not create. The last one is higher education option will be available for everyone, whether it is higher education loan program, or it is free help, or it is HECS, higher education government contribution. Everyone should have that facility. Thank you very much for today's session.
Thank you very much for your very long presentation and excellent presentation. We actually clap from all of us, and we are very happy to know that there are different universities, around 50 universities have registered in this webinar. And we have connected from Duet, Jahangirnagar University, Jagannath University, Shahjalar University, Duet. I do not want to mention all the names. Can I have one or two questions, because we are running out of time actually. And one question from Dr. Mustafizur Rahman. He is a controller of Maulana Bashir University. He asked that how can we conduct semester final exam?
This innovation is mobile aided online summative exam. It is very simple concept. Very simple concept. That if I go for that high tech, it will never be fruitful. No people will use it. Yes, they will say that, okay, it's very good. But after 1 week, they will throw it in the bin. But this one mobile aided online summative exam is very effective. Let me tell you, the other things you understand, computer-based exam is not at all effective in Bangladesh and in different parts of the world. And study center, as I said, proctored exam, same thing, huge cost. So then I realized that we have to do something different, and it is totally using the Google infrastructure.
Okay, thank you, Professor Akhtar. We think actually we are running out of our time.
Thank you. I am available at Facebook. If you write facebook.com/Akhtar Bhik, VIC, and YouTube for my channel Akhtar Bhik, you will be added to me anytime. I am ready to help you.